What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Crypto Time. He only makes videos during the bull market. I know, listen, I haven't made videos in 2 to 3 months now. I did take a break off. I took exactly for how long I haven't been making videos is the amount of break time that I took. And honestly, I think it was really good for my health. I feel a lot healthier. I feel a lot better. For a 12 to 14 month span, I was looking at cryptocurrency every single day, and I'm sure a lot of you guys were as well. And I hope some of you guys took breaks because I think it did a lot of good for me. But for a 12 to 14 month span, and not even just because I was making videos, but because I was so invested in cryptocurrency, it was checking news every day, looking at prices, looking at charts. When's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? And it started to get really unhealthy for me. You know, seeing investments go from what was once worth $10,000 to $12,000, now worth $1,500 or $2,000. It's hard to see, and it's hard to look at it every single day and not get depressed and not get upset and not be, a little down about it. So I took some time off. I'm not going to lie about that. Definitely took some time off. I quit 2 of the projects that I was working on in the Mastnode space. I still work on one, but I don't think I've ever made a video about it. I joined a couple of projects outside of cryptocurrency that I've been working on, and those have done a lot of good for me, and I've been really happy with those just to kind of, switch up what I was doing and get a new feel for something. But yeah, I definitely didn't quit on cryptocurrency. I took a break. I didn't sell my positions, and on a day like this, I'm really glad that I didn't do that. But yeah, the break was healthy for me. It was much needed. Let me know in the comments, guys. Have you guys stuck around this entire time? Have you guys been looking at news constantly? Have you guys been looking at price constantly? Maybe did you take a break like I did? Let me know what you guys have been up to in the comments. Again, I know I haven't made a video and even like an interactive video in a long time, so I'd love to hear what you guys are up to. But with that being said, we have a lot going on, and to be honest, I didn't even know that we were in some kind of run until my buddy texted this group chat that I'm in on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, and he goes, dude, Bitcoin's up 15%. I'm like, yeah, okay, dude, April Fool's Day, haha, it's funny. Go on CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin's $5,000. I'm like, what the heck is going on? The entire alt market is running. Everything's running up. Yesterday I thought we'd see a correction, which is what usually happens right after some kind of run like that, especially a $1,000 run, which we haven't seen, oh my God, in a long time. I expect some kind of correction. Didn't see it. Today, which is the 3rd, I still don't see a correction. Now, I think, and a lot of you probably know this as well, there is going to be some kind of correction coming whenever you see numbers like these, or like these, or even like these. There needs to be some kind of correction in the market, and it's going to happen. I'm just happy that I'm not for sure, but I assume we're going to be hitting higher lows and higher highs. And whenever that happens, that's great for the market. It means we're progressing in terms of price. So I'm happy about that. Now, in terms of what caused this, I've heard a couple different things. I heard, a BitMEX index fund. I've heard the whole $100 million investment thing into Bitcoin, which is, to me, probably the most likely. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit, but I quickly want to talk about how, over these last 12 months, there have always been things where people say, once this happens, we're going to start another bull run. Once this happens, the bull run's going to start. And I'm just so happy that it happened in a cryptocurrency-like way in terms of, oh my God, is my mic off? No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to leave that in just because I think that's funny that I thought my mic was off. But I'm happy that it happened in a cryptocurrency-like way in terms of nobody saw this coming. Nobody predicted this. I mean, there was like a couple things I saw on Twitter, people saying 5,000 BTC, next month or tomorrow or whatever. But I'm sure you can go back in those guys' tweets and they probably called that 50 times before it actually happened. So, and I'm sure there are people that legit called it. And if you're one of those people, good for you, dude. Awesome call. Great job. But, it came out of nowhere in a lot of people's eyes. And for most people, it came out of nowhere. And that's, what cryptocurrency does a lot of the time. I think we were spoiled for those 6 months where a piece of news would drop on a cryptocurrency, boom, up 10% or whatever, during the late 2017, early 2018 times. And I think that spoiled a lot of people's perception on cryptocurrency. When a lot of the times jumps like these and catalysts like these, they kind of come out of nowhere. They kind of sneak up on you. You don't really get to expect these things or predict these things. So I'm happy that it happened in the way that it did. Now, what I quickly want to talk about, because you might think that $100 million shouldn't do anything to a $20 billion 24-hour volume in terms of Bitcoin, you got to keep in mind, and I'm sure a lot of you know this already, but a lot of this volume is wash traded. A lot of this volume is fabricated. And I'm not going to say percentages, but usually Bitcoin's volume on a day that's not like this and over the past 12 months has been anywhere from 2 to 5 billion. Roughly 2 to 5 billion. So if that's the case, $100 million investment should not send the market flying for 3 days straight. However, that seems to be the case. So you can kind of get an idea for how much of the volume is fabricated, how much of the volume is wash traded. And I'm not going to call out any exchanges or anything like that. Feel free to make your own decisions. But yeah, if you can imagine if you can see what $100 million investment did, imagine if institutional investment actually came in, where hundreds of millions of dollars, even billions of dollars, are being bought into cryptocurrencies and several cryptocurrencies, not just buying up Bitcoin. So yeah, I mean, if you can let your imagination wander, let your imagination run, you can really imagine, what could happen to this market. And I'm not trying to hype anybody up. I'm not trying to, say things to make people buy in or whatever, because like I said, a correction is probably coming. But I'm happy to see this. This is great for cryptocurrency, even just in terms of giving people hope again and getting people involved again and spiking people's interest and getting new people back into the market. Things like this are what's going to make the general public kind of spike up again. So I'm glad that it's happening. It's awesome. Great to see a sea of green, especially this severe of a sea of green. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad to be back making videos again. I'm not going to promise any type of number of videos per week, but hopefully I can start creating content again. And hopefully there's some news to talk about each day, which when things are like this, there usually is. So hope to see you guys in my next video. Again, let me know what you've been up to. Let me know how you guys have been over the last 3 months. And yeah, seems like cryptocurrency's back. We'll see what happens. And have a good one, everybody. Till the next video. See you.